And we are live from the MIT Media Lab and also from the sunny state of California, where um, Daniel and I co-chairs for the upcoming W3C Blockchain Workshop, helping uh, Doug and others out to organize it, are going to just give some announcements and quick updates on um, how it's coming together, and then we'll let you know a little bit more about how you can participate. So, Daniel, can you bring us up to speed?
Yeah, absolutely. So, we had a call last week, basically laid out the format that we want to see in the workshop. And then in addition to that, we talked about the invites going out. That was something that occurred. It's been happening over the last week. We've got, a ton of responses. And, you know, I think we're going to have a packed house. The next item of business that we want to do is finalize the topics that we're going to discuss at the workshop. And those will be based on the review feedback that we gathered this last week via the form that was put together to gather the feedback. So that's something we'll be discussing on tomorrow's call. And that happens at 11 p.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. And you can go ahead and jump on there, and we'll talk about what topics are really going to get finalized and locked in, and then have a brief period of discussion about event logistics related to the open items we have. So yeah, if you want to find out more about those items, come on down in the meeting tomorrow at 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Gosh darn it! I put that in the email. So I gotta...
That's right. Yeah, I thought you were just going party at Daniel's house, I guess. And look, hey, we're joined by another of our co-chairs, Neha. Would you like to just introduce yourself?
Sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Neha, one of the co-chairs. Sorry I'm late, and happy to be here for the hangout.
Thanks, Neha. Yep, so Dan just gave a quick download on current status, and one thing I might clarify is the invitation to jump on the call is really primarily directed, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, to the members of the program committee um, who um, who would be on that call. Is that right? Okay, so for all of you who are watching who are interested and you're not on the program committee, another thing that we can invite you to do is we also want to hear from you. And I know there's getting a lot of emails lately from New York in particular, folks that are not going to be joining us in person, but who are following along. If you'd like to contribute and make your opinions known, go ahead and sign up for online participation at law.mit.edu/blockchain. And there's a form there at the at the bottom of the page where, so long as you agree to make your contributions under Creative Commons so we can actually share them and use them, that kind of volunteered here at the Media Lab as one of the hosts to go ahead and monitor those forms and help to make that happen so we can have some communication for everybody that's not on the program committee and who will miss our scintillating call tomorrow. And so, having said that, can I ask, do either of you have a preliminary sense, having looked at the feedback, of what we might expect by way of, is there any clustering that you've noticed, or any is anything seem to fall into shape yet by way of issues or options? We need to wait till to talk that through tomorrow.
I'm gonna let Daniel take this one.
Oh, I was going to say the same thing. That's so running.
No problem.
I reviewed quite a few of them. I did not look for patterns in the return results yet. I figured that we'd be doing that tomorrow. So
Ditto. I haven't looked either. So we will probably have a lot more to say next week. Let's see. Is there anything else on logistics? I can't think of anything.
Just anything. I think Doug might talk through some. I hope tomorrow Doug talks through some of the things that are the more menial things that people want to know as they head out. Because obviously there's more granular stuff than is just on the time-based agenda. So I'm sure we'll get a little bit of detail as we get closer.
Hmm. Very good. So I don't want to, belabor this. It's really just intended for mostly broadcast out updates and announcements, and I think we've more or less done that. Anything else you think we need to add at this point?
I was
Go
just
ahead.
going to say, for a little more content, maybe each of us could kind of share, sort of the thing that we're most excited about for the workshop. That might be fun, just to kind of build a little interest.
So I'm almost positive by suggesting it that's an implied volunteer to go first,
Oh, yeah,
right?
I actually didn't think about that, unfortunately. Well, I guess I can say I'm really excited about the group of people that we're going to have in the room. And I wish it could be even more, but I'm really happy there's going to be a lot of people joining us virtually. And I think, the people there are going to represent a large variety of different industries, people who've been thinking about this space for a long time. And even if it's the case that we don't really necessarily come up with groundbreaking ideas around standardization, I'm sure that this as an opportunity is going to be a really good one to come together and to talk about this in the W3C context.
Here, here. Well, I'd like to go second. And so following up on that, I was telling somebody last night when I was kind of getting these little participation forms ready, and they're wondering, what are you doing here so late? About the workshop, and what I found myself saying at some length and kind of excitedly was, it seemed to me that number one, we do have a reasonable opportunity, I think, to uncover some candidate that may be right for standardization for the W3C, and that is the explicit purpose. But what I was talking about mostly wasn't that. It was all the opportunities when all these people are together looking from our various vantage points at where the value is for interoperability, where the value is for common approaches, and and all the conversations and the side dialogues and the relationships that are built from those shared perspectives. I was saying I feel it's very likely, and I predict that there will be a great many innovations that occur just as a result of the dialogue about what could be standardized, leaving aside the explicit result of the standards, which I'm also bullish about. So I'm looking forward to see all the new partnerships and basically all the new kind of creative endeavors that grow out of the dialogue itself, and probably some new friendships too, because people that come are definitely into the same stuff. What do you think, Daniel?
Oh, well, I mean, my greatest area of interest is in identity, and I wouldn't say that it's because, I'm super interested in cute ways people can log in. I think it's actually a layer that will enable lots of other interesting things. And so, I'm obviously selfishly interested in having discussions with people during social times and breakout sessions about our ideas to vet them and see if they make sense and hear feedback. And one of the things I'm trying to do in preparation of the event to get going is create this browser extension that runs on the standard web extensions APIs across all browsers that currently support them. That will let you, at least from our concept of what a blockchain identity could be, would let you then resolve those identities in the browser. And that would be interesting to be able to see, essentially a profile view, a LinkedIn profile view, if you will, that is driven by decentralized identity, or a web page or whatever is on the other end of these decentralized identities. I think that would be kind of cool. So I'm going to try and have that done, have people be able to look at it, but we'll see. Those are the sorts of things, though, that I'm interested in. So.
Here, here. We actually held twice in the room where we'll be meeting a huge national meeting called for NSTIC, National Strategy for Trusted Identities in Cyberspace. Big old multi-stakeholder thing that the administration got started, but it's private sector led at this point. And all the hallways and elevators and like soda fountains were buzzing with identity talk. But it happened. I can say we've tested it to some extent at the Media Lab, and it seems to be a fertile ground for great identity dialogue and also for some invention. So I hope you're able to bring the that hack together. But if you can't, for goodness sakes, like won't you make it available for some of the grad students and people around here? Maybe we can lend a hand while you're on the plane and help you polish it
Oh
off
yeah,
before you land.
I'll have it on GitHub I should have like at least the scaffolding of it up by the end of the week on GitHub, like tomorrow afternoon or something. So yeah, I'll shoot it over to the group. Maybe I'll put it on the like normal blockchain list or whatever.
Outstanding. All right then. So okay, then we'll have more to announce, I suppose, after the program committee gets together tomorrow. Anything else we ought to cover before signing off? No, great. Well, thanks for bringing that the opportunity to talk about what we're excited about, Neha, and I look forward to seeing both of you and everybody else here at the Media Lab very soon now. So till then, we'll see you online. Bye.
Great. Talk to you then.